3, 2, 1. Okay, you may start.
Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk about wearable biosensors. Next. These are small devices we can wear on our body. They help us know more about our health without any pain. They can check things in our sweat or level, or even measure our heart rate and breathing. Next, why are these sensors so important? First, they can help us find diseases early. For example, if you have diabetes, they can check the glucose in your sweat. They can also help with stress by looking at something called uh, cortisol in your level. The sensors are useful in many areas. In the military, they can tell if soldiers are too tired. For athletes, they can check if they need more water. Next. Now let's talk about how these sensors work. There are three main ways. Next. The first is electrochemical sensing. It uses tiny reactions to make electrical uh, exercise. They can also check stress levels in level. Next. The second way is optical sensing. It using light to see changes. If the color changes, it means something different is here. For example, some sensors can change color when they find pH or lactic in sweet. There are also more advanced ones that use fluorescence to check glucose in sweat. Next. The second way is piezo electric sensing. It turns movement into electricity. When you move, it can make power by itself. These sensors can measure things like uh, blood pressure and heart rate. They can also work without batteries because they make their own power. The next. Through two journal articles, let's know some new developments in these wearable biosensors. First, we have flexible and miniaturized sensors. This means they are small and can bend with your body. They are more comfortable to wear all day to keep checking your health. Next, we have multi-biomark detection. It means the sensors can check many things in our body and the same time, like glucose, lactate, and how much water you have in your body. Then there are AI-powered health monitoring. AI is like a really smart computer. It can help these sensors give you better health advice. It can even predict if you might get sick. We also have wireless connectivity. This means the sensors can send your health data to your phone or doctor without wires. They usually use technology like Bluetooth, NFC, and Wi-Fi. Finally, we have self-powered wearables. It means the sensors can make our power from your body, from our body heat or movement. In this way, the user doesn't have to worry about its power. That's all.
All right, thank you, Deng Hanyu. So moving on the applications on wearable biosensors. So this review actually to explore the key applications of wearable biosensors and also the trends that shaping this future of the wearable biosensors. First application is medical. So by Bakri et al. In 2024, he found that the wearable biosensors play a very crucial role in clinical diagnostic, chronic disease management, and also the patient monitoring. So they offer the continuous monitoring, especially for the specific parameters. For example, like heart rate, glucose levels, and oxygen saturation as to improve the efficiency and also the healthcare delivery. From the vote entry in 2024, they found that the chronic disease management. So the devices like continuous glucose monitors, like CGMs, can help to diabetic patients by provide the real-time blood sugar levels, reduce the need for the frequent blood tests. And also for the cardiovascular health, for example, like ECG and also BPG sensors that can embedded in the smartwatch detect. So it can be useful for abnormal heart rates, determination, and also allowing early invitations. So next application is the sports and fitness. From Bakri et al., they found that the performance monitoring in smart wearable provide insight into the heart rate variability, oxygen uptake, and also biomechanical movement to optimize the training. And also from the vote engines, they found that the athletes and also the fitness will be beneficial from the wearable biosensors that can track the physical performance and also multi-fatigue and hydration levels. For example, like injury prevention. So the wearable analyze motion patterns and also it can detect the potential risk for overexertion and also the muscle strain. As for the wellness and lifestyle from Vo Entrins, the wearable biosensor extend to the medical application to the general and focusing on the stress management. For example, like sleep quality and also the hydration tracking. For example, for stress and mental health. So these devices can measure the skin conductance, heart rate variability, and also cortisol levels to provide the stress feedback. Also for the sleep tracking, when we use the smart biosensor, it can monitor the sleep stages and duration. Also, it can provide the personalized recommendations for better sleep hygiene. Next application is Okay, for moving on the emerging trends on wearable biosensors, firstly is AI and machine learning integration by Vo entrants in 2024. So the AI is actually to enhance the predictive capability of biosensors by analyzing the data set to detect the patterns and also the anomalies. For example, like predictive healthcare, AI-driven biosensors can identify early signs of chronic diseases, offer the preventive care before the symptom manifest. Second, for the personalized health insights, as for example, like machine learning algorithm will customize the health recommendation based on the individual's physiology trends. Secondly, is non-invasive and minimally invasive monitoring that have found by Bakri et al. So they found that the recent advances have focused on the reducing invasiveness while maintaining the accuracy. For example, like sweat, and saliva biosensors. So non-invasive sensors can analyze the biomarker, for example, like glucose and electrolyte without blood samples. And for entrants also, they found that for the microneedle patches, this provide the minimally invasive access to interstitial fluid for real-time glucose and also the electrolyte monitoring. For the flexible and biocompatible materials, Bakri et al. Found that the wearable biosensors are becoming more comfortable and adaptable through the advancements in the material science. As for Vo entrants, they found that in smart textile, conductive fabrics integrate the biosensors into clothing for the continuous health monitoring. And also the biodegradable sensors, they are eco-friendly materials that can reduce the e-waste and also can enhance the sustainability in healthcare technology. Okay, next, for the integration with telemedicines from Bakri et al., they found that the remote patient care, cloud-based biosensors, meaning that they can provide the health data to physicians and it can be reduced the hospital burden. Second, for the VU entrants, they found that the role of wearable biosensor in remote healthcare is expanding. Okay, so they particularly in post-pandemic healthcare models. So, for example, like home-based diagnostic. So, when we use the wearables, it can enhance home healthcare by enabling self-monitoring of critical health matrices. And next, for the nanoenzyme-based wearable biosensors by Zhang et al., they found that the recent advancements in nanozyme technology, which enable that development of highly stable and cost-effective biosensor for healthcare applications. So nanozymes. Nanozyme is actually the mimic of natural enzyme functions that can give the advantage, for example, like can enhance the stability, can lowering the costing, and also can ease the productions. For example, like to enhance the sensitivity. So nanozyme-based biosensor can provide the improved catalytic activity. So it can enable the so it can be enable the good sensitivity for detect biomarker like glucose and lactate. As for the stable and durable, unlike the natural enzymes, nanozymes are more resistant to temperature, are more resistant to pH fluctuations. So it can making them very suitable for long-term use in wearable devices. Okay, next, last but not least, for the wearable biosensors for fatigue monitoring by Zhang et al. In 2025, they found that the biosensors in fatigue monitoring has gained the attentions, especially in fields such as sports, military, and occupational health that have been explained by Deng Hanyu before. So basically, non-invasive fatigue detections, for example, like sweat and saliva biomarkers such as cortisol and lactic acid are being used to monitor fatigue levels in real time. AI-driven fatigue analysis, machine learning models can analyze the biomarker to predict the fatigue onset, and also it can be provide the personalized recommendations. As for the military and the sport application, the wearable biosensors can be used in high performance scenarios to optimize the physical endurance and also to avoid the overexertions that can be related to the many injuries. Okay, moving on the challenges in wearable biosensors. First is sensor accuracy and reliability. So for example, like environmental factors, humidity, temperature, sweat composition, sweat compositions can affect the sensors reading. Second is surface contaminations. Biofouling can reduce the sensor performance, and also the calibration is very important. The calibration and drift correction are very important to maintain the accuracy. For the power consumptions and energy supply, the wearable devices rely on the batteries, and it requires the frequent charging and also the energy harvesting solutions. For example, like body heat, motion solar power can give but not yet efficient enough for commercial use. For the AI data and processing integrations, AI model needs to filter false positive and it needs to avoid from the unnecessary medical alerts. For large data sets are required to improve the machine learning accuracy, but data collection can remain challenged. And very important for the challenges is actually for the regulatory and also the medical certification. The clinical grade biosensors must go through to the FDA. So FDA is aligning to the requirement to standard that can be drive a global convergence of the medical device regulatory process and CE approval, which means it must be go to the certification for the regulatory standards that can verify certain products are safe for sale. Okay, so it can leading to the long development cycles. For the limitation of the wearable biosensor, first, the limited of biomarker detection. So most current biosensors can only monitor the small range biomarker, for example, like glucose and lactate only. But future advancements need to support for using the multi-biomarker detection. So it can be determine the multi-biomarker for the health analysis. Okay. Second, for the user comfort and wearability, some biosensors will causing the skin irritation, discomfort, and also allergic reaction. And it can be flexible, biocompatible materials are being developed but not yet widespread. For data security and privacy risk, as we want to use the wearable biosensors, the health data is transmitted via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and IoT. So it can be increasing the risk of hacking and data leaks. And also the regulation like GDPR and HIPAA requires strict encryption and security measures. And of course, the wearable biosensors have higher costs and accessibility issues, as the biosensor is very expensive nowadays, and the production cost limit to accessibility, especially for the developing regions. And for the affordability needs to be improved as for for the wider healthcare adoptions. Moving on to the future outlook of the wearable biosensors, the key trends and advancements is actually for the advanced sensor technology, for example, like miniaturization, flexible and self-healing materials. And for example, like for the self-power wearables, it can be energy harvesting. So basically, it can be used for the body heat, motion, and also solar. And also, the regulatory and ethical concerns that I have explained before, the data privacy, medical certification is very important. So for the impact on healthcare, early disease detections, real-time remote monitoring, and can improve the chronic disease management. In conclusion, so we know that wearable biosensors is very revolutionized healthcare, sports, and telemedicine with real-time, non-invasive monitoring. So these have the flexible materials, AI integration, wireless communication, and self-powered system. And for the application for the wearable biosensors, the chronic disease management can be used, the stress monitoring also can be used, and also can detect the fatigue and also can detect the athletic performance tracking. As for the challenges, also the sensor accuracy is very important. Data security, regulatory approvals, and power limitation. This require batteries and require the long-term charging for the further innovations. As for the future outlook, for the multi-biomarker detection, AI-driven predictive healthcare, and seamless telemedicine integrations, and it can be impacted to the early disease detections, as also the personalized healthcare and digital health revolution. So this is our reference for this literature review of the biosensors. So that's all for me. Thank you for us, Hazira and Dinhanyo.